Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Here we go. Sprint race. And already a team radio from George Russell. Let's have a listen in on this one.
Have we got all three compounds of tyre on the grid?
Negative. We can chat when you get out of the car there.
Interesting. Yeah, let's see what tire compounds the drivers will be starting on for this. Just fix that there. Alrighty. Okay, so I think this is the first sprint race of 2023. Can't say I'm in love with the new format. I've always felt one of the big benefits of the sprint race was that obviously you get two races for the price of one. But by having one qualifying session, and I know they've been changing around the format non-stop, so it's very difficult to actually keep up with this. But by having one qualifying session, it means that if the likes of Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen or, somebody like that has a really bad qualifying, and it happens from time to time, that they'll be penalized for both races. And I feel like that really spices it up. But then we had the alternative approach where the sprint race could actually dictate the main race grid as well. And in that case, well, okay, you're giving those drivers a chance to come back and fight back, but at least they have to fight back. And that's the important part here. They have to fight back to make it work. But now it's two different qualifying sessions, and honestly, I'm not seeing a huge amount of difference in terms of the qualifying results between the two qualifying sessions. A slight difference. I guess Max Verstappen was second in yesterday's qualifying for the main race. And of course, Perez was second today, I think. Yeah, Perez is in second for the sprint race. Ultimately, though, I do still expect that these Red Bulls are going to be very fast in race trim. I suspect as well, all about the suspicions at the moment, that Ferrari have turned back up the power in the engine after the woes they had on the first weekend of the season. So that's interesting because you can see now they've got the speed, certainly in qualifying trim. I don't know about the race, and can the car go the full race? This is the issue. And if you look further down the field, you see Guan Yu Zhou, Valtteri Bottas, you see the Haas drivers. They're struggling somewhat, and they have the Ferrari engine as well. Have they been allowed to turn back up the engine? Or, is it still turned down for safety reasons for them? And as I said, it's all speculation. I'm just trying to think it through. Starting grid, guys, let's have a look at this. Okay, so this has changed ever so slightly. I'll get into that in a second, but we have De Vries starting in 20th, Gasly 19th, Tsunoda 18th, Bottas 17th, Zhou 16th, we have Sargent 15th, Magnussen 14th, Ocon 13th, Hulkenberg 12th, Piastri 11th, Norris 10th, Stroll 9th, Alonso 8th, Albon 7th, Hamilton 6th, Sainz 5th, Russell is in 4th. Then we have Verstappen in 3rd, Perez 2nd, and Leclerc, of course, is starting in 1st place. And that makes for a very interesting grid. Now, the changes. Change number 1. Sargent is not starting the race at all. So he had quite a bad crash, actually, during qualifying. Did a lot of damage to the car, and they can't get him ready for this race, so he won't be starting. We have him down here to be starting, I think, in 15th place, or we had at least. Let me get that back on the screen for 1 second. Yeah, we had him there in 15th place. In addition, Ocon starting in 13th, won't be starting in 13th. Ocon will be starting from the pit lane. The reason for this is that the team had to make some changes to the car in Parc Ferme, I should say. And as a result, the penalty for that is he'll be starting from the pit lane for both today's and tomorrow's race, because they lock the car. You can't make changes to the car from qualifying for the main race on Friday. So that goes all the way through to the main race on Sunday. Believe it or believe it not. Yeah. So predictions. Max Verstappen's going to win the sprint race. That's my prediction. It's very difficult to bet against Max Verstappen these days. The only man that can beat him is Perez. Perez won't beat him probably, unless Max has some kind of issue. But can the Ferrari remain strong, at least for the sprint race, maybe for the full race? That's the one I am incredibly interested to see. And we don't have long to go now. They're actually going to start off in the formation lap any second now, getting ready to go on this one. So that's great. It's been a while now without Formula 1, 4 weeks off. So been looking forward to this for a little while. a bit of a heat glaze there. Is it a really bad camera angle? That's on board with that was Verstappen. Verstappen. How could I forget Verstappen? Tires are interesting. Let me show you this. So the soft tire is the fastest. Obviously, it's the softest one. Of course, it degrades the fastest. Then the medium tire is a C4 compound this time. That is about half a second slower per lap. And then, as you can see, the white tire or the hard tire is 1.5 seconds slower. Trying to see now if I can get a fix on what tires everybody will be starting the race on. We just have a look at the driver tracker. So driver tracker at the moment isn't showing us. It isn't showing us what tire. Oh, it is now, right now. So the tires have just come on the screen now. So you can see everybody except Norris and Bottas are starting on the medium tires. So do Norris and Bottas think they can get to the end of this sprint race with the soft tires? Well, that seems like a gamble. It's quite hot as well, as far as I know, in Azerbaijan. Not getting a read on the temperature right now. I thought I'd be lucky and it would come up on the screen at the right time. Not so much. Not so much. But these things can happen. Tell me, what are your predictions for this race, and where are you watching from? This is my favorite question. I'm always amazed at the reach of Formula One. Everybody all across the world watching Formula One. And whilst I ask that, here's a team radio from Lewis Hamilton.
So we've got Norris P10 on the soft tyre, Bottas P15 also on the soft, everyone else on medium. Looks like both Ferraris are on new medium, everyone else on used.
So Ferrari starting on new medium tyres, everybody else on the used medium tyres. So degradation clearly is not a concern for most of the cars here if they're starting on used medium tyres. But yeah, that is certainly very interesting now that we have those two cars starting on the softer tyres. I'll be keeping a very close eye on that. So I expect they're going to have good speed off the start as a result of that. They should do. This is on board here with Hamilton. Just coming around now to the pit straight. Getting there. It's going to be quite a wait, I think, for Leclerc when he actually does make it onto the starting grid. That is a long straight. I love this straight in Azerbaijan. This is a very, very long one. Yeah, Alonso and Stroll didn't have the best qualifying ever for this race. DRS was not working for them, so they were impacted big time. Big time here in the qualifying for this sprint, not having DRS. Getting ready to go any second now. Any second now. There they are lining up on the grid. That's where the excitement kicks in. Of course, with the sprint race in MotoGP as well. I tried to watch a little bit of it before this, but it actually got red flagged. But I'm going to see now if I can watch it after the sprint race. So it's bumper pack of sprint races today. Bumper pack. All right, the lights are on. There's 4, 5, and okay, they should be off. Here they go. Looks like a good start from Leclerc, actually. A great start from Leclerc. Perez pulls over, takes second, and that's going to be Hamilton. It's going to take third place. Oh, no, he's not. He's not. He almost took third place away from Verstappen, but Verstappen just about hangs on to it. But he's going to try again. Oh, Verstappen, does he touch the wall? There, he gets pushed very wide by Hamilton. And Carlos Sainz is trying to take advantage of both of these. He's very close now to both cars. He's kind of sandwiched in there a little bit. Perez is pushing him wide again. My God, that's the third in a row that Hamilton has pushed Verstappen over close to the wall. He's given him just about enough space, so you can't say there was anything untoward happening there. But that was insane. Verstappen on the radio, I'm sure he's very unhappy about this. Is it? It's George Russell. It's George Russell that's getting his elbows out. Where's Hamilton? Hamilton's in 6th place. I don't believe it. George Russell. That is some strong driving there, I have to say. Some very strong driving from Russell, but just about, it looks like. Just about, leaving enough space there for Verstappen. Great start. Great start altogether. So Leclerc is in the lead now with Perez. 1.1 seconds, so he's trying to gap him a little bit here. Yeah, they're just reassuring Verstappen there on the radio a little bit that Russell really has nothing to lose. There's a yellow flag on the track. Yellow flag sector 2. Oh, there's a tire rolling down the hill. AlphaTauri. It's an AlphaTauri. It must be Tsunoda because he's in last place. He must have had contact with the wall. So sectors 1 and 2, yellow flag. There's a tire rolling down the track. This is going to be a safety car. Yellow flag all sectors. It's progressing. It was 1 sector, 2 sectors, 3 sectors now. And will we get a safety car because of this? Will we get a safety car? Okay, it's just sectors 2 and 3 now, so they've de-escalated it slightly. Won't be a lot of overtaking with yellow flags in 2 sectors, I have to say. So it's Yuki Tsunoda for sure, and I don't know if he's had... This is insane. It's a virtual safety car, I think they'll probably pull here. Yeah, it looks like he's had contact with the wall, just looking at the debris there that they're showing us now. And that tire is still going. Probably going longer than Yuki himself at this stage. On board here with Yuki, he was in 19th place. Turn 15, and he just couldn't make the corner. And I won't say these cars are dramatically heavy because of the fuel load. This is the sprint race, so it shouldn't be that heavy. But yeah, there's his front wing gone and the back tire now. Can he make it back to the pits? And will he do a lot of damage to the floor of the car? Of course, you know, you have to think about his car tomorrow as well. Weird. Now, he's made it back to the pits, actually, believe it or not. He's made it back. So the virtual safety car is out. Virtual safety car confirmed. Will anybody else dare to make a pit stop? It's Leclerc leading, Perez 2nd, Russell 3rd, Verstappen 4th, Sainz 5th, Hamilton 6th, Alonso 7th, Albon 8th, Norris 9th, Stroll in 10th. So Stroll has dropped a position, Albon's dropped a position, of course Alonso's up a position as well. Replay of the start here. This will be good. This will be good. Okay, first corner looked fairly clean. Second corner... Yeah, second corner is okay as well. It's actually Max Verstappen that he just slides across a little bit. I think he tried to take the corner tighter than he could, and as a result of that, he had to adjust. He doesn't make contact with the wall, which is good news. Just about manages to keep it out of the wall. Tsunoda is back out, and has he got, yeah, suspension damage by the looks of it. He's, yeah, the car's, I don't know how, it's wiggling around, basically. It's not working out for him very well at all. No, that car has too much damage. Too much damage. Unfortunately, he's going to have to retire. I don't know what this means for tomorrow's race. I know they'll have they have about a day now to work on this. Well, less than a day actually. Full safety car is coming out. Somebody's just told me here. Full safety car will be coming out. Yeah. Sonoda is still going, and yeah, there's an awful lot of debris on the track. That must be why they brought out the safety car. But this is a bit of a disaster, if you ask me. Bit of a great news for the guys on the soft tires. So Bottas and how could I forget our friend in McLaren? Oh, what's his name? Help! I can't remember Norris's name. It's come back to me finally. Oh, I tell you, a long weekend in Ireland, bank holiday weekend. Data collection. Bottas is in 14th and Norris is in 9th, just looking at the soft tire racers at the moment. Floor damage from Max Verstappen. Maybe this is a team radio has just come up here. Let's listen.
Okay, Max. We have picked up some floor damage.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the balance shift.
How?
How do you think?
Did he really drive into the side of... I don't understand how he can keep the position and he's damaging my car. I find it ridiculous.
Well, how did he get the damage? I suppose it was just by being pushed wide over the curb that caused him to get this damage. Tsunoda is still going around here, and they're going to actually investigate him as well. Released in unsafe condition. Yep, well, absolutely. If the car is broken, I don't know why they put him back out there. Now, I don't see necessarily that he's causing any additional damage to the track or anything like that. It just looks like his car is unsafe, and it'll be his own issue to get that back. As in, it's not impacting the other drivers. It's the debris from the initial collision that he had now that's causing the bigger issues at the moment. Right, so what lap are we on? Lap 3. Not too much action. Very good at the start, though, between Russell and Verstappen. And as we've heard, Verstappen has some floor damage. Lewis Hamilton Team Radio has just come in here as well.
Yeah, debris gone. It's clear.
Debris gone. All right. So the safety car is gone. No, safety car isn't gone. I thought the safety car was gone. It had disappeared off the screen, and I could just see yellow flags being called or being waved. Yuki Tsunoda is now definitely in the pits. I can confirm Yuki is in the pits. Yes, indeed he is. That should be it for him. Yeah, that will be that for Yuki Tsunoda. So he doesn't survive the... He doesn't survive that incident, unfortunately for him. No, it was a bad call. A bad call. They thought it was okay, but it wasn't the right call at all. At all. How are we feeling now? So we're on lap 4 of the race, okay? Lap 4 here, and we have Leclerc is leading 1.1 seconds. Not that that matters because we're behind the safety car, but it's 1.5 seconds. Yeah, behind safety car conditions though. But Leclerc leads from Perez. Russell is in 3rd, and then we've Verstappen down in 4th. Now my prediction is Verstappen's going to win this race, but with floor damage and the fact he's all the way down in 4th, and it's a shorter race than normal, it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him for certain. But if anybody can do it, I think Max Verstappen can do it. A little bit surprised Hamilton is only in 6th place, though. That's the one that gets me the most, I have to say. It really does. So what are we thinking? Is Leclerc going to do this? It would be great if he did. Safety car is going to be in this lap, by the way it's ending. Oh my god. Leclerc is saying there was a cut in his engine. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Come on, Ferrari. Really? No, this can't be happening. Like, I like to speculate about will the engine last the race, but I don't expect it to go on lap 4 of the sprint race. That's just taking it a little bit too far, if you ask me. Just a little bit too far. You know what they say, though? The proof is in the pudding. We're going to find out very, very soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. So it's coming up for us now. Anyway, we have green flag conditions right now. Just waiting for this to get restarted again. Yeah, they've really bunched up here, so Leclerc is going to play this out as much as he can. Now, we're on the start-finish straight, so it's really down to him. Anytime he wants to put the foot down now, he can go. So he has this advantage, and he's gone. He's gone. He has this advantage over the rest of the cars. And there's Verstappen already trying a move on Russell. I think Verstappen's going to get the move done here. It could end in tears, though. Verstappen's got the inside line. Yeah, he's got him. He's got him. And there's action back there with Sainz and Hamilton as well. Looks like Sainz has just held on to his position. Alonso has gotten past Hamilton, though. Alonso got past Hamilton. Oh, my goodness. I always say this. Hamilton won't like that. Those two go back a long, long way. Perez is putting a lot of pressure here on Leclerc as well. It's under a second. We, of course, don't have DRS yet. I want to see if these Aston Martins are going to have DRS. Stroll is up as well. He's up into 9th, so he's just gotten past Lando Norris. So this has been a good restart. The team radio for Leclerc as well. Maybe this is the one about the engine cut.
There was a cut.
Yeah, that's the one. So that was just on the last lap behind the safety car that he said that. We'll keep an eye on this now. A replay here of Verstappen getting the move done down the inside of Russell. Russell had great straight line speed there. I suppose a little bit of a slipstream behind Perez, believe it or not. But Max positions that car so well. So well. We're on lap 6 out of 17 now. Believe it or not, already lap 6. What are the points for the sprint race? So the winner will get 8 points. Second place will get 7 points. Third place will get 6 points. Fourth place will get 5 points. Fifth place will get 4 points. Sixth will get 3. Seventh will get 2. And eighth will get 1 point, I guess. I'm not seeing it at the moment. Yes, Albon. Albon is in 8th. So there you go. Actually, let's do a rundown. Ocon 18th, De Vries 17th, Gasly 16th, Zhou 15th, Bottas 14th, Magnussen 13th, Hülkenberg 12th, Piastri 11th, Norris 10th, Stroll 9th, Albon 8th, Hamilton 7th, Alonso 6th, Sainz 5th, Russell 4th, Verstappen 3rd, Perez 2nd, and Leclerc is in 1st. But here comes Verstappen now. He is going to try to get past his teammate, although Perez is putting Leclerc under a lot of pressure at the moment. Now, this is exactly what we wanted to see, I guess. Exactly what we wanted to see. Alonso is closing in on his countryman, Carlos Sainz, as well. He's within DRS range of him as well. Has DRS been enabled? I think DRS has been or is just about to be enabled. That should be the way it's going anyway. Perez is definitely staying in touch here with Leclerc. For certain. Now, is the Red Bull... Yeah, they must have DRS. They must have DRS. I'm watching here. He's very close here. There's the line. Let's watch. That must have been the detection zone. Yeah, there we go. DRS is open. Oh, Perez, he's got him here. He's definitely got him. Yeah, that was easy. Easy for Perez. That Red Bull is very fast. Easy move there for Perez. Okay, he's got him. He's got him. And you know who's coming next? It's going to be Verstappen, but Leclerc's going to fight back here. He's got DRS. Oh, I don't think he can do it. No, he just can't get close enough. It's almost like that Red Bull is as straight as the Ferrari when it's running with DRS. Couldn't be true, surely. Couldn't be true, but that's ominous. That's ominous for tomorrow. Perez leads, Leclerc second, Verstappen third. Verstappen now is about 9/10 of a second behind Leclerc. Russell is in fourth still. It just disappeared off my screen as I was saying that. Then we have Sainz in fifth, Alonso sixth. Is Alonso still closing in on Sainz? It's 1.2 seconds at the moment, the gap. Oh. There was contact between George Russell and Verstappen at the start of the race. They've just shown us a very good replay there where you can very clearly see the contact. Yeah. Lovely job, Max. Without contact as well, they've just told him. Well, of course, Sky Sports have reacted very badly to that statement, but they're not biased at all, are they? No, definitely not. Now, DRS. Leclerc's got DRS. He's stayed in touch here. It's about 4/10 of a second between himself and Perez. I think DRS has helped him to close in, but the magic here is staying within 1 second, of course, so that you have DRS. But worryingly for Leclerc, Verstappen also has DRS. Now, here's more DRS for Leclerc. Verstappen looks like he's the one that's closing in on him here more than anybody else. No, Leclerc can't close in on Perez there. Now, I can see that there's a team radio for Lando Norris. Want to listen to this? I wonder if this is anything to do with his tyres.
Hi, Lando, just be careful of wheel spin. Exit turn 6, exit turn...
Yeah, I'm correct.
Yeah, wheel spin on the exit, so absolutely you don't want to be burning up those soft tyres. Piastri has just gotten past Norris as well. Whoa. Piastri. I was wondering actually, they were talking there about somebody being sick all weekend, whether it was Norris or Piastri. Piastri apparently has been sick for most of the weekend. But I have to say it's going to be Norris that's going to be feeling a little bit sick now. Not only has he started on the softer, faster, I guess, tire, now he's behind his teammate who is on the medium tire, used medium tire at that. What can he do? What can he do? This may have been the wrong decision. Bottas at least is still ahead of his teammate, but only 6/10 of a second in it. So that's a split strategy as well at AlphaTauri, as Alfa Romeo, wrong Alpha, sorry, spelled differently as well, I should add. Our race leader has, of course, changed to Perez, so I should definitely change that because I always forget to do this change. Perez, where are you gone? There we are. Sergio Perez of Mexico leads the race. Nine-tenths of a second now between Perez and Leclerc. So, it's just gone over a second. I wonder when we come around for DRS detection whether or not he'll be within that second. It's important for him. Otherwise, he is going to fall to the clutches of Max Verstappen. Verstappen, by the way, is he's about just under 2 seconds ahead of George Russell at the moment, but that's a fairly comfortable gap. Sainz then is 1.6 seconds behind Russell, And Alonso is 9/10 of a second behind Sainz. Just gone over a second now. Hamilton 1.1 seconds behind Alonso, so it's touch and go with regards to DRS for a couple of those drivers. Albon then in 8th place is 2.3 seconds behind Hamilton, and Stroll is 6/10 of a second behind Albon, so Stroll will be lining up Albon if he can. Piastri then is 8/10 of a second behind Stroll. Norris has dropped down to 13th. What happened to Norris? Norris is down. Team radio here for George Russell as well. Let's listen to what George has to say.
Vibration, turn around 17, the right.
Vibration on the right for George. Okay, well. Guan Yu Zhou has just overtaken his teammate, Valtteri Bottas. So those soft tires are not working well for anybody at all. Norris is in the pits. Norris has pitted. I can see that Ocon actually started on the soft tires as well. I don't know if he made a pit stop. He did start from the pit lane, but I don't know if he made a pit stop behind the safety car or something, but he's on soft tires as well. Norris, wrong decision for the tires. He's going out on medium tires now. So that's his race ruined, really. Now, Nico Hülkenberg on board here. What happened with Hülkenberg? It was his teammate, was it? Okay, not seeing anything. So that's a McLaren ahead of him. I'm guessing that's Norris. Okay, he got past Norris, and then that's his teammate just ahead there. It looks like, yeah, so Hülkenberg is behind Magnussen at the moment, and then they have Piastri ahead of them. Oh, does Verstappen get DRS here? It's the big question. 9/10 of a second. It looks like he will just about have DRS, but Leclerc, well, it's just gone over a second. Where was that detection zone? Can't really see from the angle they're showing us at the moment on the helicopter. No, he didn't have DRS, and Leclerc didn't have DRS either. Oh, no. I'm wrong. Verstappen definitely has DRS, but Leclerc doesn't. Not closing in that much, though. Surprisingly not closing in that much. We're on lap 12 already. Bottas team radio. This tire is starting to melt according to Bottas. Soft tire was not the way to go. This is an important learning lesson for tomorrow as well. We've just seen Stroll get past Albon just there. So Stroll now has his good friend, Lewis Hamilton. I have no idea if they're friends or not, by the way. Oh, big branch on the track there. Albon is fighting back. He is. He's really pushing. He's staying in touch here with Aston Martin. I haven't been checking on the DRS now. Well, I haven't had an opportunity to check on the DRS of the Aston Martin, but I think I saw that Stroll had DRS open there. And is that Hülkenberg getting past Magnussen? No, that's from much earlier where Magnussen got past Hülkenberg, actually, believe it or not. Albon team radio here.
We need to manage a bit more anti in sector 2.
Jimmy, tell me how.
More anti in sector 2 if you can. Stroll's doing the same.
I'm being sarcastic. There's no way I can do more.
Ooh, sarcasm out. Albon is generally a nice guy, so he must be very frustrated. But yeah, don't tell a driver how to do their job in the middle of a race, I think is the key message there. And of course, how could we forget? Oh, Leclerc has DRS now. He does have DRS, so is Leclerc going for this? Verstappen looks like he's fallen out of DRS range. So this could be a late charge, 5 laps to go. This could be a late charge here coming from Leclerc. Aston Martin, no, can't see whether he has DRS there or not because he's not in DRS range of anybody. He has Hamilton down the road a little bit. It'll be 1.8 seconds, so yeah, that's outside of Ocon. Ocon is pitting as well. What tires are they putting on Ocon? More soft tires. Gosh. They must have soft tires to burn down there. And they were melting according to Bottas. So Stroll gets past Albon. Just talking about the team radios again and telling a driver how to do their job. Remember some of the great team radios we had from Kimi Räikkönen. Oh my gosh. There was a driver you did not tell how to do his job. Definitely not. Alright, Ocon has pitted. He's back out in last place. Not a big surprise. Of course, Norris is in second last place. the only 2 cars that have had to pit so far in this race. So that's impacted them. Now, another team radio for George Russell.
A couple of the medium runners now complaining about the rear. We're just keeping an eye on your rear surfaces.
All right, some of the medium runners complaining about the rears as we heard there. This is a replay of Zhou getting past Hulkenberg. So Zhou is on a bit of a charge at the moment. That puts him up into 12th place, and Gasly has actually gotten past Hulkenberg now as well. So Hulkenberg is dropping backwards. Hulkenberg on the medium tires. Pretty much everybody should be on the medium tires now, apart from Ocon, who changed onto another set of soft tires. Now, so who is going to struggle the most with the tire compounds here? Perez, 1.2 seconds now, the gap between himself and Leclerc, so he's keeping that relatively stable. So it must have been just a blip last time out. That's what we're hoping, at least. And Verstappen then is 1.2 seconds further back behind Leclerc. There's a lot of action going on further down the field. Oh, that's De Vries. Nick De Vries gets the move done on Valtteri Bottas. Oh, Bottas is still on the soft tyre as well. So struggling. And then just ahead now, just over half a second ahead for De Vries is Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg, as I said, he's really struggling at the moment. So these tyres, maybe he took the maximum out of them during qualifying or practice. I don't know where they're taking in the used medium tyres from, or how many laps they've done to date. But, I actually can see that at the moment. Hulkenberg has done 19 laps on his medium tyres. And there's only a couple of other cars that have done that many. Albon, Stroll, Hamilton, interestingly, have done 19 laps. And let me see, Russell has done 20 laps on his used tyres. It's, it's Leclerc. Leclerc is the man that started on the fresh tires, as did Sainz. So they should be the ones that are really capitalizing here, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. Once again, another bad sign for the full race tomorrow if Ferraris on fresher rubber can't really do anything to the Red Bulls. I know Verstappen's behind Leclerc at the moment, but I wouldn't count out a late charge from Verstappen either. Maybe we'll hear a little bit more from Nico Hulkenberg because his team radio has just come up.
I don't know, the rear is completely gone, but no rear grip left.
Okay, copy that. We see it. Yep, it's
bad graining.
line. Understood.
You can see really bad graining on both tires.
Okay, at this stage then you just have to push through it, unfortunately. Bottas behind's on soft, so he's struggling.
No rear grip at all for him. And there's basically 2 laps left in the race, so there's absolutely no point pitting at this stage. Might be a little bit different if he was on soft tires, but as you can see, Norris and Ocon and Bottas, who took that gamble, 16, 17 to 18, basically the last 3 drivers on the track. Of course, Hulkenberg is the 4th last driver now, so it's not going to make a huge difference for him either. He's not getting points. It goes down to 8th. It's Stroll that's getting the last point at the moment. So in 8th, we have Stroll, 7th Hamilton, 6th Alonso, 5th Sainz, 4th Russell, 3rd Verstappen, 2nd Leclerc, and in 1st place is Perez. It's 3.2 seconds now between Perez and Leclerc. Perez has got this one wrapped up, assuming nothing goes wrong for him. Verstappen, though, 9/10 of a second now behind Leclerc. So this could be the late push for Verstappen to get 2nd place. Verstappen is going to be raging after this, no matter what, because of course he'll claim that Russell took away his opportunity to win by causing the floor damage that he has as well. So that won't be too much of a surprise when that happens a little bit later. Won't be too much of a surprise. What do we make of this race? Has this been an entertaining race? I feel like it's a bit of a taster for tomorrow. Definitely. Verstappen will be starting ahead of Perez tomorrow, which will definitely help him out a little bit. If Verstappen gets into the lead of the race tomorrow, I don't know if he can be stopped. Don't know. Oscar Piastri, Team Radio, coming up.
Okay, 2 laps to go. Let's see if there's anything left in the tyre to attack him.
2 laps to go indeed. So Piastri is in 10th place at the moment, 1.4 seconds behind Albon. That's who they've set their sights on. He has Magnussen then in 11th place, 4.8 seconds behind him. So He probably has 10th wrapped up. It's not going to be a point, of course, because there's only points for the top 8 in the sprint race, and it has no impact on the starting grid tomorrow either. That's already been set since yesterday. It has indeed been set since yesterday. Now, here's Verstappen. What's the gap at the moment? 1.1. Looks closer on board, but it probably isn't. It just depends on what part of the circuit we're on, really, if you're closing in the slower parts. And then, yeah, when it stretches out a bit, you see Leclerc pulling away. Can he get this gap down? It's 1.066. Can he get it down a bit more to under a second? It's really crucial. We're on lap 16 out of 17, so this is critical. Perez just gone over the line to start the final lap here. Perez has indeed. I think Perez is going to win this, you know. Maybe I should take this opportunity to ask you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to watch future videos as well, hit the bell to be notified of new videos. That's if you're on YouTube. If you're watching us on Facebook, also please like the page, like the video, you know, leave a comment as well. All the engagement we get helps. And likewise, if you're watching us on Twitter or Twitch, thank you very much as well for joining us today. And yeah, this sprint race, you know, whilst I love the format in theory, it's over too soon, isn't it? Too soon. Now it's 0.9 of a second between Verstappen and Leclerc. It's just gone over a second again. I can't see it. I can't see Verstappen being able to close in enough just to get this move done before the end of the race. Of course, the start finish line will be, it'll be right there, you know. It'll be right there. It'll be earlier than the end of the straight as well, so that even reduces the opportunity that Verstappen is going to have here to get past Leclerc. It's 0.925 at the moment. It's really tight now, really tight, but it's really tight as to whether or not he's getting DRS. It just won't be enough though. But here we go. Sergio Perez is going to win this. He's coming over the line. He's coming over the line. There's the checkered flag, and he crosses the line just now. So I can confirm Perez has won the sprint race. Yes, he has. The Azerbaijan sprint race has been won by Sergio Perez. Very good for Perez. Leclerc finishes in second. Verstappen finishes in third place. Russell fourth. Sainz fifth. Alonso sixth. Hamilton seventh. Stroll in eighth. Those are the points positions. Albon does get 9th, and Piastri gets 10th, and then it'll be Magnussen coming home in 11th. Zhou will be in 12th. That's just to be confirmed still. He hasn't crossed the line yet. He just has now. Gasly 13th. Will it be De Vries in 14th? It looks like it should be De Vries in 14th. Yeah, it'll be De Vries in 14th, and then it'll be a long way back for Hülkenberg, who will be crossing the line now. He does. And it's Bottas who will be next across the line, then Norris, and then Ocon a long way back in last place. There you have it. It's over. Team radio for Leclerc, though. Let's listen to this one.
Hey, good job. P2.
Yeah, thank you. That was the very best we could do. Now we try and work for tomorrow.
Sure, and well managed.
Okay, so trying to look forward for tomorrow. I couldn't make out the first part of that message. But yeah, look, it's good for Ferrari. At least this is something more than they've been achieving in the last couple of races, I guess. 17, yeah, the lap 17. So with Leclerc there. Let's listen to Sergio Perez.
Okay, tidy job, P1.
Well done, guys. We did what we had to. Well done there. Good job, guys. And we will get them tomorrow again.
Okay, we'll get that again tomorrow. He's going for the win tomorrow. This is the best possible thing for the World Championship as it stands at the moment. I think we really need to see we need to see somebody pressure Verstappen for this championship, otherwise he's running away with it. And as it stands at the moment, it looks like his teammate is the only man that can do it. Here's the Verstappen team radio.
Go again tomorrow, hopefully without damage.
Yeah, well done, Max, with an injured car. That was very good. Well done.
Well done with an injured car. Now, no idea how injured his car is, but I'm sure he will tell us all about it at the very, very end of the race when they do the podiums. But it's Checo Perez. Sergio Perez has won the race. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. That's good. That's good. It could have been worse, I guess. We could be in the... Hang on, so is it the land? Oh no, it's the land of fire. It's not the land of rising sun. That is, of course, Japan. I was going to say we could be waving Max Verstappen off into the sunset as he takes another step towards the World Championship on the 4th round of 23, believe it or not. Yeah, optimistic, all right. Optimistic for sure. But that's where we're at right now. Was there anything else? It looks like there was another Perez team radio. I don't know if this is the same one.
Just avoid low brake pressure.
You always have to complain, right?
Blame peg leg.
There's Verstappen's car. He's standing next to it. There is a hole in the side pod of the car. It's actually quite big damage. That's very big damage. I didn't realize the damage was as significant as that. And he's having it out with George Russell at the moment. Russell still has his helmet on. Oh, we can hear it. I can hear it. Yeah, Russell has basically walked away from him. And Verstappen was kind of shouting at him, but we all have no grip. So Russell obviously used the no grip at the start of the race excuse on him. It hasn't gone down well with Verstappen. He's upset about that, but I guess looking at that damage, he's quite right to be upset. So that was where Russell would have made contact with him as he pushed him over. Then of course he went over the curb. He didn't touch the wall, thankfully, Verstappen, but he went over the curb and probably took some damage to his floor as a result of that. Interesting goings on for sure. What that means for tomorrow, they must be able to fix the car. I think they can fix the car. I'm not really certain how that works because, as I said earlier, parc fermé conditions apply from qualifying on Friday all the way through to the main race on Sunday. So is there anything they can do with that car apart from change the tires and put fuel in it ahead of tomorrow's race? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. We're going to have to find out. They're interviewing Verstappen at the moment. Might just hear what he has to say here. He doesn't understand why you need to take so much risk into turn 1. Locked up. Yeah, Verstappen is venting well and truly here. He's probably going to say one or two things that he doesn't mean to say. Yeah. I'm like he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Verstappen definitely isn't wrong, but maybe just just keep it to yourself or keep it off the cameras. There's somebody from Red Bull with the camera phone taking photos of the damage. So clearly they are intending to take this to the FIA, and actually it's quite within their rights to do that. A little plaque there for Max Verstappen. Calm down, Max. Have your plaque. 3rd place. Congratulations. A few more points on the board. I'm not trying to be flippant here. I'm just hoping to keep this championship alive a little bit longer. Look at that. They have dots on the floor where they're telling them where they need to stand. Okay, talking. It's Naomi Schiff actually is doing the interviews, and she's talking to Leclerc at the moment. Who was it did the interviews during qualifying yesterday? It was Mark Webber, I think. Mark Webber, yeah. Mark Webber did it. The race winner here, Sergio Perez, confirmed. We can take the breaking news off. It's not breaking anymore. It's happened. It's happened. Now, what does this mean for tomorrow's race in terms of just looking at the form? So the temperatures should be quite similar. Soft tire is not the way to go by any means based on this race, even for the sprint race. So this was only 17 laps long, and it was a real struggle for cars. It looks like it'll be the hard tire and medium tire will be the choice. Yes, yes, ET Ranger. He gets his plaque. He gets his plaque, and it'll cheer him up a little bit, hopefully. But for tomorrow's race, I'm really worried about the Ferraris now. They had the fresher rubber than anybody else on the medium, which seemed to be the optimum tire to be on for this race. And it was a struggle against the Red Bulls. Leclerc just about stayed in touch with Perez. Well, he didn't really. He dropped off in the end. But he did stay ahead of Verstappen. But Verstappen, as we've seen now, he did have significant damage to his car. Fastest lap. Perez got fastest lap as well. I don't think there's an extra point for fastest lap on this one, unfortunately. Drivers. Look at the drivers' championship. See how many points did Perez get? He got 8 points. Yeah, he doesn't get a point for fastest lap. They're interviewing Perez now. He looks very happy, and well, he might. A good win for Sergio Perez, keeping the championship alive. Thank you, Sergio Perez, for keeping the championship alive. And can you imagine if he won it? You see, I'm torn here. I'm secretly, I really, so not secretly, so publicly, I like Sergio Perez a lot. I don't love that he drives for Red Bull. I think that's my issue. So I like Perez, but secretly, I'm kind of wondering what would happen if Perez went on a really bad run of form, but Verstappen kept winning. Is it the situation where they're like, well, Verstappen is going to win the Constructors' Championship for us single-handedly, so it doesn't matter? Or do they start to think, yeah, let's try Daniel out in the car? That's what I want to see. I want to see Ricciardo back in Formula 1. That's my issue. My issue isn't with Perez. My issue is with Ricciardo not being in Formula 1. But speaking of Australians, Piastri, he well and truly beat his teammate today. He put it up to him. Wrong choice for Lando Norris going on those soft tires. Really, really bad choice. Really bad choice. That's it. All right, well, look, it's over. Thank you very much for joining me today. That was an interesting look ahead towards what we should expect tomorrow. My prediction for tomorrow is once again that we're going to have Verstappen, I think this time, is going to win it. I don't know what repairs they can do on the car, so I'm going to look into that and keep an eye on the news updates as the day goes on. But Perez looks like he has a good touch of form here as well. Of course, Perez has won this race before. This is one of the races that he has won. I won't be able to do a watch along tomorrow. Unfortunately, I am going to be on a plane flying to America tomorrow. So that's unfortunate. And I have to figure out a way to watch the race after I land and to not spoil myself before I get to see the race. And that is going to be tough. But I certainly hope that you all enjoy the race. I might do a quick race reaction at some point as well, if it's a really spicy one. Lovely scenery there in Azerbaijan. Yeah, it's a fantastic looking country. No doubt about it. I'll leave it there for now. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of your